Hey friends, so I wanted to start a new series on my channel that I've been so excited to share with y'all. I hope you're going to be excited about it as well. But I wanted to create just a space for women that are living on small incomes, that want to find, or that already do, find creative ways to make their money stretch a little farther and finding joy in the midst of having a small income. Now, I want you to know that I've definitely found creative ways to save money and to make my money stretch a little bit farther. And I'm really looking forward to sharing those tips and those ideas with you and hearing your ideas as well. But when it comes to the joy with the small income, I definitely have my moments, many moments of discontentment. And even this last weekend, I felt like I was getting in this headspace of feeling down about myself. And maybe you can relate to this, but feeling almost like constricted when you realize that money allows you to do things more, having more freedom to do different things. And when you're on a smaller income, it sometimes feels like your world gets a little bit smaller and the things that you can do a little bit smaller. But it was all about my mindset that was getting me in that bad headspace, I realized, and just switching my mindset to something a little bit different, something more positive, looking at the bright side of things, looking at what I do have in life, what God has blessed me with, how He's always provided for my needs, is what I think creates that joy and what I was lacking this last weekend and just even last few days. And it's like this journey that I feel like God wants me to be on, to be less like greedy and wanting things. I want to find this healthy balance, like putting the Lord first, being grateful, being thankful for what I do have, and then putting way down the list that like feeling of wanting to get things more and wanting that next thing, and just finding that peace, I guess, when it comes to living on a small income. And so I want to take you guys with me on this journey. The name of this series is called I don't know why I stopped. The Little Lux Life. Lux being short for luxury, the Little Lux Life. And I titled it that because I realized that all of us have daily things in our life that we take for granted, but they're really like luxuries. Like me showing you how I make my tea is something. I love tea. I drink it almost every day when it's like colder, and it's a luxury, I realize, for me. And so we all have like daily luxuries that we're enjoying, even if we live on a small income. And if we just start to like savor those things more and enjoy them, then I think that's partially like where the joy comes in. Like the simple things. Isn't it always often like the simple things that give us the most joy anyways? And so the Little Lux Life is not just about that, but it's also about finding creative ways to still dress stylish, to still have a warm, inviting home, but not breaking the bank and not going outside of our means and finding things at the thrift store or making do with what we have, upcycling things, like all these different things that I have done in my own life that I'm looking forward to sharing with you guys. And I should tell you that most of the videos in this series will be via YouTube Shorts. So they'll be like 1-minute videos. So I hope you'll watch them. They will come out randomly over probably the next number of weeks because I've already started making them. But like I have one video on how I took a pair of thrifted jeans and I made them more stylish, something that I like to do that was so easy to do. And I've got compliments before, well, at least one compliment on these jeans, and I love them. They become a staple in my wardrobe. Also, I have a video that I made on like how I decorated my home, a few ways I've decorated my home on a small budget. I've also made a video on like how to save money on going out to coffee shops, on not going out to coffee shops as much. So I'm really looking forward to share that because I think we can all relate to that. Even if you're not on a small income, with inflation, with the rising cost of things, I think many of us are looking for ways to cut down. And so I really want to create this community of women that you feel on your journey of making sacrifices financially, sometimes saying no or waiting to purchase things you want to purchase or living on smaller means, you feel less alone. That you know that here on my channel, I'm sharing ideas with you, and hopefully you guys will comment. Please comment when I share videos, and even on this videos, ways that you've creatively found to make your money stretch a little bit farther, to have a stylish wardrobe, to have a cute home on a small income. And the Little Luxe life is also about not being consumed with trends, but dressing and having a home that is just true to you and who you are, and being kind of unashamed about that. Because I think another trap we get into with like social media and seeing homes and seeing style is feeling like to look nice or to have a nice home, it has to be this certain style, this certain way. And I want there just to be like freedom for me, because I feel that strain on myself as well. It's like, I feel like, am I dressing stylish enough? Or I know my home is like kind of eclectic, kind of different. It's a mishmash of things I've thrifted or been given me or whatever. I want us to just have freedom to just make our home or dress in a way that is stylish, but not always trendy, right? And just embracing our own personalities and who we are, and making do with good enough, okay? This is a concept that I learned in counseling, and it's something that I will always remember. When I talked to him, the counselor I was going to at the time, about my struggle with basically perfectionism, and he asked me something, and he said, well, is it good enough? And that was just like this light bulb moment where I was like, oh my goodness, like, yeah, I don't have to do things perfectly. I don't have to make it exactly like my ideal for it to be good enough. So the Little Luxe life is also about it being good enough and being okay with that. Embracing the imperfections, being okay with things not being the most trendy, the most stylish, even exactly what you idealize, right? Because if we live on a small income, sometimes we make sacrifices where it's like, okay, I am using this because I like it. It's not my ideal, but it works for now, and I'm gonna be okay with good enough. So I hope that you're as excited about this series as I am. Please share with me some thoughts that you have about how you have found creative ways to make your money stretch a little bit, and also how you have sought to find joy if you are on a small income, or finding joy if you recently have had to maybe cut back on things, or find ways to not spend as much with the rising cost of things. So I hope this series will bring joy to you. I don't want it to be a series that makes us feel discontent more as I share ideas and things. So take what you will, leave what doesn't apply to you, and just come along with me on this Little Luxe life journey. All right, guys, that's all I have for today. Bye.